Alright guys, this is Silent Prodigy here, and I'm here bringing you a really cool Hellstone farming technique. I've seen a lot of people uploading videos on how they like to farm it, dig straight down, ignore the Fire Imps. I've got one that's kind of close to my heart. It works out really well, so I'm going to do is create a new world. As you can see, I have World 1, 2, and 3 there. I just named them that because I'm horrible at creating names. Yeah. I'm just going to create this new small world, call it World 4. Once again, horrible at names. It's a brand new world. It's generating just right now. And pretty much what I'm going to do is I'm going to run through and find the dungeon. I assume it's over to the left because on every single map I've played, the dungeon is all the way to the far left of the map. So I'm going to start out and I'm just going to pretty much move and go to the dungeon. I disabled the sound for a large portion of these clips, mainly because a lot of them are sped up through video editing because of how long the video is. I took over an hour of video that I had to cut down and, clean up using video magic. Alright, so these are the weapons I'm using. My main weapon is going to be my Phoenix Blaster. I have the Molten Armor set, and then I'm using a Cobalt Shield, my Obsidian Skull, Band Regeneration, Shiny Red Balloon, and Rocket Boots. As you can see, really don't have anything special, just mainly working my ass off for my items. Alright, so I did not bring any Meteor Shot with me for my gun. So I had to video edit it, and yeah, just skip through past the Skeletor part, just fast forwarding through the dungeon so you guys don't have to view all this crap. Alright, pretty much what you want to do is you want to find a vein of Hellstone right underneath the dungeon floor. And you can see right down there on the bottom right hand side that I've got it. Neat little vein of Hellstone, and I'm destroying the spikes right now so I can get to the floor, and these angry bones and skull heads aren't leaving me alone. Pretty much what you want to do is you want to dig straight down to it, and then you're going to proceed to make a little room. I call it the room technique. And pretty much you need to make sure you have room in your inventory for both ash and the Hellstone you want to pick up. Because you're going to use the ash to control the lava flow, and also for controlling the room later on. So right here you can see I've started to build the room. Just a very simple room. This technique may take longer than some others, but as far as I'm concerned, from what I've seen, this one seems to be the best in my opinion. Mainly because you don't get that much enemy spawns. You go down far enough through the dungeon floor that no enemies start spawning after you. And there's the thing I noticed about Fire Imps. They don't spawn on one of two things. They do not spawn in an area if it doesn't have enough room for them. And apparently they need 2 blocks to spawn. So if there's a 2 block wide platform, they can spawn on it. They can't spawn on 1 block wide platforms. So if you make like a little V shape in the room, which I'll show you later, they cannot spawn in that room at all. And creating the room technique, as long as you control the room and you're the predominant force in the room, the Fire Imps are hesitant to spawn in there, mainly because they don't like to spawn too close to you. As you can see right there, one spawned, and I pretty much just killed him pretty easily. Now, a lot of videos tell you to warn you about spawn serpents. I really never have a problem with them. They can be annoying, yes, but as long as you go down there with some potions, you really won't get that many spawning on you at once. I think the max I've had spawn in me in a room at one time is 3, and even then it wasn't too difficult to get rid of them. Even if you're just using the Shadow Scale set, Meteorite set, you could use the Necro set, but it really won't help you all that much down here because you are going to be in a tiny room. So pretty much you just make this little box. You try to make sure there's no ledges for them to spawn on. So you just go layer after layer after layer, and you use the ash that you pick up to fill in lava spots so that you don't get lava pouring all over your floor. Because if you have lava pouring all over your floor, it becomes a greater danger to you than to your other enemies. Now sure, they won't spawn if there's lava on the floor, but yeah, you can fall into it and take tons of damage. As you can see right here, I've got 2 bone serpents on me. Just killed one, getting ready to kill the other one. As long as you control the room by staying in the middle, the enemy spawn, they really won't spawn that often. You can take a bunch of lesser potions down there, But the trick is you really need healing potions, the step up from the lesser healing potions. And the reason why is because they can out-damage your healing potions if you continually pop them. Bone Serpents can easily out-damage one of those potions if you get 2 or 3 on you. So healing potions heal 200, and they're really nice. To me, it's worth it. You can farm glowing mushrooms. If you find an underground glowing mushroom farm, just grab a seed, throw it on some mud, throw a seed on it, and pretty much come and check it occasionally. I've got a massive one which has like 3 lanes and it's like 30 or 40 blocks wide. It's pretty massive. So healing potions are a very good idea down here. Of course, you have to have an obsidian skull. Cobalt shield really helps you out because it prevents you from getting knocked around into, say, a Fire Imp, into another Bone Serpent. Pretty much just helps you hold your ground. Banner regeneration mainly because you don't want to waste as many pots as possible. Now I'm sure you could, if you're confident that you can do it, fine, more power to you. It's just how I like to play. Rocket boots for the extra maneuverability. Can let me dodge Bone Serpents and get in some more precise shots on them. Right, so as you saw, I'm still controlling the room. You know, just doing what I can. As some of you people may have realized, I'm not playing in the standard resolution. I'm using a little tweak called Terraria WS, which lets me play in any non-native resolution for Terraria, which I believe is 800 by 600. So pretty much it lets you change the resolution. I like playing in 1280 by 720. That's just my favorite resolution. I play all my video games in it. I just 1280 by 720 or 1280 by 800. So I went ahead and did that, and it also allows you to see, you know, more on your screen. As you can see, the vein that I chose is a really good place. There's tons of Hellstone. That's one of the reasons I like this technique is inside these veins, there's tons of Hellstone. So you really don't have to worry about going far. You don't have to worry about caves. You don't have to worry about falling in lava. You don't have to worry about flooding hell. It's just pretty simple. You just make a vein, farm it in the room, and that's that. I'm getting ready to start building with ash blocks and just show you the technique I use to prevent Fire Imps from spawning in the room. Now, in the future, Redigit may tweak the way Fire Imps work, and he may make it so that they will spawn in on 1 block wide platforms. And the only thing you have to do instead is, instead of bothering with the V-shape, just mine a little bit over to the side and have a very thin layer of lava pool on the ground. If you got a bucket of lava, you can do that. That works too. You just pretty much want to make it so that they will not spawn in the room. Because if you build rooms that are nearby your previous room, which most of the time you will if you're in a massive vein like this, they'll spawn in that room and they'll just start chucking fireballs at you. And that gets really annoying, considering you have to go all the way back from your room to the room that your old room was in, and it gets really annoying. This is the V technique. You just pretty much build a V shape out of the extra ash that you have, and you'll have picked up a bunch. And as you do it, you're more susceptible because you are making individual platforms for the Fire Imps. But whenever you finish it, and when you see the finished product, you'll see what I'm talking about. Like that, there's no place that they can spawn on. No place that their AI dictates is safe. So they think that, you know, oh, I can't spawn in there. And then you can just start building a platform to a second room. I was an idiot there and accidentally opened up that lava. Fix it pretty easily. And just gonna kill these Bone Serpents and then go back up there. Alright. And start building the second room. And you can use that little technique I'm using right there to prevent them from spawning behind you, and begin building your room. That way you don't have to, you know, go through 3 layers of ash. You can only go through 2. And like I said, they'll just spawn close to you as long as you're quick on it and you've got something like a Muramasa. I mean, if you really want to, you can use a Fiery Greatsword. I like the Muramasa. It's faster, blocks more spells. And as you can see, one of the Fire Imps did spawn in the top dungeon because I am closer to the dungeon while I'm up here. They will not continually spawn up there when you get down far enough. So that's my technique. I hope you guys like it. Give me a comment. Let me know what you think.